right. Okay, that's mic'd up here. Welcome back, everyone. Game 2 today against the Bombers. Batbusters will be hitting first. Get the lineup here in a second.
I did talk to a representative from the Bombers, and those gliders going over aren't associated with the Bombers.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
That's good. We don't want to have that going on.
We don't have a rally snuffed out by some bombs coming down from their team. Here we go.
We're shifting lineups a little bit here today. Game 1 and Game 2, not everyone is in the lineup, and then it looks to me like Game 3 will have the full team in the lineup. So just trying some different things out. Maria's leading off Game 2 for the Batbusters on the left side of the plate, which is the slap or bunt side. And there's a ball 1. Pitching for the Bombers is, looks like Kate's. Oh, I'm going to say that again. Ace Stewart. Outside, ball 2. Stewart is committed to Chadron State College.
That's Nebraska.
Lots of Bombers players committed. We'll mention it as we go through their lineup. Maria, a little bit of a push bunt, maybe try to push that over the third baseman's head, but goes foul.
I'd like to see that again. That's the first time I ever saw that, ever. Baseball, softball, anytime.
2-1 is the count here, top of the first inning. There's a bunt back to the pitcher. That's caught in the air for a quick out there. So 1 out. That's going to bring Haley up to the plate, batting second this game. Foul ball. So we have a interview lined up this game.
We do with RT.
RT gonna give us some words of wisdom, maybe between the second and third inning.
Yeah, I said I'd just wave him over.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes the questions. He's got his choice of 3.
There's a
Look
ball
at that. That's
crushed
a
to
bomb.
left field. That is long gone.
That's a home run for
Wow,
Haley.
great hit by Haley. So 1-0 as Haley goes deep, and that was a no doubt about it home run.
That ball came in. It was pitched. Said hello. Then it quickly said bye-bye. Home run for Haley. Put us on the board right away. Very nice hit.
All right, so Sophie Bagley up at the plate here, batting third in this game. There's a called strike 1. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. 0-2. So they stayed outside there because it worked on the previous pitch. A little too far outside, so 1-2.
They're looking for the batter to chase the pitch outside the zone.
Change-up, yeah. Good job by Mags to slow the bat down and just foul that off.
Make the pitcher work.
Glider flying right into the sun. That seems dangerous.
We got to pick up on these signals from the coach as all these numbers. We need
There's
a
a
code
ball.
breaker.
So 2-2 is the count now. We have one out here in the top of the first inning. It's 1-0 Batbusters on the Haley home run. Ball high outside, so full count. Good work by Mags to work her way back into this at bat here.
Hey, go right here. Come on.
Ground ball back to the pitcher, over to first. So 2 outs now. Brooklyn comes up to the plate here with 2 outs, no runners on base. Top of the first inning, 1-0 Batbusters.
That helped. It's high.
Brooklyn hits it.
Right field under it.
Got a good piece, just a little under it, and so caught by the right field for the 3rd out.
You can't help but thinking next time, straighten it out. Pitches, base hit.
So we're going to the bottom of the first inning. We'll pull out the defense for you. We're going to have Brooklyn on the mound. Brooklyn finished game 1 today, and we'll keep it going here in game 2. Seffi Hopkins behind the plate. Sophie Magley on 3rd base. Haley's on shortstop. Grace on 2nd base. Sophia Valletta will be on 1st base. In the outfield from left to right, we'll have Maria, Rylan, and Sophia O. Leading off for the Bombers today will be Anderson, who's going to McPherson College.
Where's that at?
I don't know. We'll look it up. McPherson College is surprisingly in McPherson, Kansas. McPherson, Kansas.
Kansas. Okay. So we got a Nebraska college. We got a Kansas college. Is this team from out east?
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, so we're getting started here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch, lined in the right field for a single. Good job by Sophia O to knock that ball down. So leadoff single brings up batter Ryan, who is going to Palm Beach Atlantic University.
Palm
I'm gonna
Beach.
assume that's in Florida.
You think?
At Palm Beach Atlantic. Showing bunt, pulls back, runner steals second.
Well, that's first pitch. They left.
Bombers coming out aggressive here. So runner on second base with nobody out. 1-0 is the count. fouled back right at us. Almost got Jeff
Wow. I would have caught it.
in the mouth.
It's still an out if it didn't hit the ground. I can always get new teeth. It's worth the out.
1-1 is the count. There's the changeup. Runner's going to go to third on that, and we'll be safe. So good recognition by the runner to see the changeup, and was running all the way. So runner on third base now. The count is 2-1 on the batter with nobody out. That ball's fouled off to the left side. Out of play. 2-2 is the count. Fouled off again.
Now she's late. It's all camered off the screen here. Seen two fastballs. We're going to see a changeup.
That ball just kind of punched out to the third base side for a foul ball again. So the hitter's just sort of fighting anything off that's in the strike zone. Waiting for either their pitch or maybe to work the count full. And there's a ball. Good block by Seffi. So 3-2, full count. Now, Jeff, what do you think about this? Looks like, I'm imagining, we know there's good speed at third base. Probably good speed at the plate. If the batter walks, sometimes we'll see them just run straight to second base. Here's a short hop to shortstop. Goes to first. Runner does score, so good play by Haley to get the out. But the run scores.
Yeah, usually that's play to catch the defense off guard if the runner walks and then just sprints for second.
Yep.
You see a lot of errant throws on that, where they just hold the ball and go, let them get into second, leave the runner at third alone. I remember
pitch is
doing
a
that when I
strike.
was about 14 in a baseball game.
Yep.
And they said if they do throw to second, get it in the pickle, try and get that run scoring.
There's a ball inside. If you can get in that pickle and get that run to score, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's a run for an out. If it's one out, that's worth a run. That's what you want.
And anytime there's a big deal situation, you want to take advantage of it. Nice pitch, called strike on the inside corner, so it's 1-2.
Yeah, batter shaking her head. No, that wasn't. If Thumb's calling it, that's good for the pitcher. Let's get
Hitter
him
is
inside.
Eberly. Reaches for third base, makes the play over to first. Close play, but good stretch for the out. So that was a changeup, I think, that got the batter a little off balanced.
Yeah.
And the ground out.
Bat was out in front. Sent a grounder over to third. They got a few fans in the crowd on the other team grumbling already.
This is Trevino at the plate. Trevino is committed to Reedley College in California. Change up. There's a little weak pop up to second base, and Grace makes the play. So that'll end the inning there.
You know, with their grumbling and their noises over there, we're going to have more to talk about.
So 1-1 after one inning.
1-1-1, that's all good.
They can keep that up. 2-2 after 2, 3-3 after 3.
That's what I was just thinking.
I'll buy you lunch if it happens. 6-6 after 6.
I heard it. Jeff buys lunch for all
I
of
do.
us.
We're on the air here too. Whole country's
It's
listening.
being recorded. He can't back out.
I always like trying to come up with major league things like, does any team innings scored, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth. How many innings have they
How could
been
they?
able to accomplish?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that.
mathematical mind. Very good. I like that. That's good.
I'm
It's
always.
the most number of runs a team has rallied for in the bottom of the ninth to win a game.
Do you know?
Nope.
We'll look it up. We'll have it after this inning for you.
Like the most men left on base in a game where you got shut out.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good one.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll try and look it up for you.
Having a little banter with the umpire.
It's okay.
He wanted to know what the most men left on base in a game in Major League Baseball where the team doesn't score any runs.
Let's see if we got an answer
See if
for
we
him.
can find out. Also wanted to know what's the largest comeback in the ninth inning. Let's see. We've
Those-
got Sophia Valletta leading things off here in the top of the second inning. That's it for a strike.
Well, it seems like the gliders are going again. I made a phone call to Air Command. It didn't help.
There's a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. That's going to bring Grace up to the plate. I have an answer to the question, it looks like. 16 is the record for most men left on base
And
in a shutout.
16.
So the team that didn't score any runs over 9 innings had 16 runners on base and wasn't able to score any of them.
What team?
It's happened twice. The Phillies against the Cardinals in 1994.
94?
94. Blue Jays did it against the Mariners in 1998. Grace goes for a bunt single, but they make the nice play for the second out.
Well, good. We're going to tell him when he comes over again. I'm writing it down. Oh, there's our two geese again flying over center field there
Yeah, that's
for this game.
Their flyby. Sophia at the plate, swings at the first pitch for strike one.
A fly-by day versus a fly-by night. I like it.
Looks like the Pittsburgh Pirates also stranded 16 runners in 2015.
Versus
The Cardinals were involved in 2 of these games.
yeah. 16 runners on and no one scored. Wow.
There's a ball outside.
I know when I umpired, I didn't think of things like that when I was umpiring. I was just glad to make it home in one piece.
The count is 3-1.
Let's go. You got it.
2 outs here in the top of the second inning. And inside for ball 4, so that's going to get a 2-out walk, and that's going to bring up Seffi Hopkins to the plate. See if we can keep things going here with 2 outs.
Deep breaths. You got it.
Ball 1. Looked like maybe a changeup.
Yeah. Came in a little slow.
There's another ball.
Like I say, make the pitcher throw pitches. Get him tired. Get the pitcher tired. Get some relief pitcher in.
That ball's hit very far foul. It's going to go over to another field entirely.
That looked
And
like a
2-1.
changeup too. Change, fastball, change. So here's fastball.
Let's see. Pitcher's behind 2-1, so you know they want to try to get a strike here.
Yeah. Because the hitters count. Now it's time to pop one.
Runner's running on the called strike. Throw goes into center field, and so Sophia O goes all the way to third on that.
That worked in our favor.
Two count with 2 outs. Runner on third base. There's the changeup, ground ball to third base. Throws over to first for the out, and that'll end the inning.
Oh. There comes the ump. I'm going to give him the information. We've got information, 16 runners left, and the team was shut out.
Really?
Happened 3 times.
Find that.
He looked it up. We got information. I'll give it to you if you want it.
Because I've been looking for those type of things.
2015 Pirates Cubs. That
16
happened.
runners left on base.
Yeah.
And no one scored. Phillies Cards in 94 and Blue Jays and Mariners 98. So
One thing I was able to find once is I asked if any player had ever made all 3 outs in an inning. And it's never happened in the major leagues, but it has happened in an independent league. Some guy named Brian Caruso.
Oh, wow.
3 outs.
oh wow. That's a bad day.
Well, the team scored 13 runs that inning. But,
Oh.
You know, if you got up 3 times,
You could make, in some respects, 4 outs in an inning if you reach base on a strikeout.
You could.
It's not technically an out.
That'd be hard to do. Yeah. I'm
All
proud
right.
to say I made 2 outs in 1 inning, and each time the bases were loaded. But this was competitive fast pitch softball. I almost got kicked out of the game because I threw the bat. That's the only time I ever threw a bat. I threw a fit, but I also threw the bat.
Yeah.
Oh well, you remember those things.
I remember it, and I wasn't even there. We're bottom of the 2nd inning now. Scores tied 1-1. Bombers at the plate. Olsen is the hitter. Brooklyn on the mound. We'll get our next trivia question answer after this inning.
Yeah.
There's a ground ball foul.
You got 2 fans out in left field, look like 2 teenagers in left center beyond the fence.
Yep. Maybe actually we'll do a interview after this inning.
Yeah, we'll try
And then
for
we'll
it.
save our trivia for later in the game.
Yeah.
There's a foul ball. Nice pitch by Brooklyn on the rise ball.
Maybe these 2 outside the fence in left center don't want their remarks to be heard in the stands, so they went out there. I think that's a good idea.
That could be.
They're thinking of others.
Well, they didn't want to necessarily have to spend the money on the ticket. So a little free softball for them out there. That ball's
Now they-
just a bit outside, and it's 1-2.
I don't miss the cheering when we had younger teams coming up with the cheers.
Ground ball to shortstop. Haley fields it over to first. Letta with the catch,
There you
and
go.
there's a quick first out.
Quick out, good hop, good throw, 1 down.
Here comes Snyder, who is committed to Northeastern Junior College, located probably not in the Southwest, I'm guessing. We'll look it up, see where they're at.
Yeah,
Ground ball foul to third base. Northeastern Junior College is actually in Sterling, Colorado.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's up in Sterling, I know. It's a 2-year school. Yeah.
That's a route a lot of players are taking right now, junior college. And then they can transfer,
Yeah.
from there. Swing and a miss on a changeup. That's
Beautiful
a nice
pitch.
pitch.
Very
0-2
nice.
count here.
Very nice pitch.
Ground ball to shortstop. Haley makes the play over to first. And
There we
there's
go.
out number 2.
Nice job, baby. Nice job, girls.
That's the way we want to do it.
So flash in the leather, out in the field. 2 outs. That brings Longmire up to the plate. The number 7 hitter in the lineup for the Bombers. Batting from the left side. There's a fly ball hit deep to right field. That's going to bounce past the cones for a double. Good first pitch hitting.
Well, if it's right there, and it was in her launch zone, and she ripped it out for a double.
All right, so we have 2 outs here. Runner on second base. And Cates is the batter for the Bombers. Ball 1. Bombers dugout is awake and doing some chanting here, trying to encourage their hitter to get that run in. There's a fly ball that's going to drop in right center field. Ryland gets there quickly. There could be a play. Oh, the runner scores, and they hold the runner at first. So good job by Ryland getting that ball in. A little 2-out rally here for the Bombers, and it's now 2-1. So 2 outs, runner on first base, and the score is now 2-1 Bombers here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch on the outside, ball 1. This is Westbrook at the plate.
Looking for RT, we're going to interview.
Foul ball off behind
I don't
home
see
plate.
him. Oh, I see him. He's down there. They're getting him ready for the 3 questions he plans to answer. Oh,
Fly ball
no.
to center field. It's going to drop in for a single. And so 3 straight hits. All with 2 outs to keep the inning alive. So runners on first and second base. This is the leadoff hitter who hit a single to right field first time up. Anderson. First pitch just misses low and inside for ball 1.
Right place. Take inside pitch, ground to third, touch the bag, inning over. There we go.
Nice play by Max
There we
on
go.
third base on a line drive. Reached up and made the play.
I'm really surprised my Red Sox aren't involved in that record.
Maybe soon. Yeah. Yeah, the both.
I bet they have the record for most times having bases loaded and nobody out and not scoring.
Oh, yeah.
But you probably can't find that one. They're notorious for doing that.
And fans who better not see too much of that, or there's a problem in Boston. Yeah. Bo Sox need to shape up here and get some runs. Worse would be a Red Sox Mets World Series this year.
Who said that?
Just a thought.
I was at the 1986 Game 6. I was at the game.
At Fenway?
No, it was at Shea Stadium. It was the Bill Buckner game.
We've forgiven him. He shouldn't have even been on the field. McNamara.
That is true.
But McNamara wanted him to enjoy
Yeah.
being on the field for the last hour.
Yeah. All right,
He's good.
A little reminiscing of the 1986 Red Sox match.
I know. I need a Kleenex to get my eyes dry.
Sophie Horvitz will lead things off here in the top of the third inning. She gets to under it, and that's going to be popped up to shortstop. So first out. Good aggressive approach at the plate, but just got under it a little bit.
Just under it.
That'll bring Maria up to the plate. Maria shows bunt, puts on a nice bump at the third baseman, charging hard, and Maria beats
All
it.
right. All right. Great hustle. Great hustle.
So a real nice job there.
There we go. Perfect bunt. It's a fine play by third baseman. She just beat it out. Why is he coming out? Go sit down, coach.
So Haley comes up to the plate with 2 outs. Well, I'm going to check myself. 1 out. Haley hit a home run her first time up.
Let's repeat it.
And so Maria on first base on the beautiful bunt for a hit.
Good speed at first of Maria. Got the heart of the order right here. We need to produce something.
And
There we go.
Haley hits it hard
That's
to left
it.
field again. They were playing deep, and so that's going to drop in.
There we go.
And that'll
Beautiful.
end up being a
Beautiful.
double.
Second and third. Timely hit. Here's where we got to get a run.
Haley now with a double and a home run on the day.
Mm-hmm.
Just a single and a triple shy of the cycle. Triple will be tough without a fence in the outfield. You
Yeah.
need that ball to get sort of stuck at the fence. But we'll see what happens. Here's Sophie Magli up.
Well, she hit a home run the first time on a fastball.
Yep.
So now they threw her a change. She still got it.
Locked
All
in
good.
right now.
All good hitting.
So Sophie Magli up, 1 out, runner on second and third base. Top of the third inning.
There we
Ball
go.
low, 2-0. It's a tying run on third, go ahead run on second. Definitely want to have a productive at bat here.
We need a productive inning. We need runs.
There's a swing and a miss. 2-1. We have a timeout. Took a little while to get that pitch call in. They did get a delay of game on that earlier in the game. Ball low and inside, so 3-1 is the count. First base is open, so they could elect to let her get on base and create a force.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of that at this level.
There's a fly ball out of play off to the right side, just off the other side of the fence. So full count now.
Yeah.
It's a big moment.
I'm seeing a riser on the outside corner. That's the pitch.
Let's take a look and see where they go here. Ground ball. That's going to get the run in. Runner between second and third gets caught in a pickle. So Sophie Magley safe on first. Good job by Haley. She slides back to second. Everyone is safe.
Oh, good. Wow. He gets a Gherkins Award for being in a pickle. Did a great job.
That was a big deal right there.
That was a big deal.
And
Good
so
call, Andy.
It's now 2-2 with one out, and runners are on first and second base. Great job by Haley to draw the attention of the fielder, get in that pickle,
Yeah.
and then kept it alive until she had a chance to get back to second base safely. First pitch into Brooklyn's ball one. Also, nice job by Sophie Magley. Sometimes that runner will advance to second to make sure that they hold that base. But she saw Haley had a chance to get back, and so Mags went back to first. Everyone's safe.
Great base running. Great luck for us.
There's
we
a
go.
line drive.
That's
That's
a
going to get
hit.
over the infield.
Come on,
And Haley's
come on,
going to
score.
turn third
Score.
here. She's coming
Score.
home. No throw. And it is now 3-2.
Great play. Haley looks like she needs a little rest. Here comes the pitching coach
A lot
out.
of running there.
A lot of running.
Mound visit there. You know, all of that goes back to Mags had a 3-2 count, and she just put the ball in play.
Yeah.
Something happens. Something good happens if you can just get the ball in play.
Yeah. There's always chance for errors. Something's going to go on. Momentum's changed. That's what you need.
So it's 3-2 Batbusters in the top of the third inning with one out. We have runners on first and second base. Brooklyn on first. Sophie Magley on second. Sophia Valletta at the plate.
It's nice giving the fans something to cheer about.
There's a bunt attempt. Goes foul. Showing bunt again. And the bunt is just foul. So 0-2 count. Unable to advance the runners on a bunt with one out. We'll see if she can battle back and get the ball in play anyway. That's a small ball that, Jeff, you prefer. There's a foul
That's
ball.
what I like.
With two runners on base, I'm thinking 3-run homer.
Yeah. We're opposite there, and both approaches are correct. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We're both right. We're kind of like the Wright brothers.
That's true.
We'll fly with our opinions.
There's a foul ball. Well, we're sitting here watching a lot of planes go overhead, including gliders that don't even have engines. So it's almost like we are the Wright brothers, only different.
We are. Thank you, Wilbur.
Yeah.
We're there.
0-2 count. Couple foul balls by Valletta here to stay alive. And another foul ball off to the right side.
Good. Good. Work the pitcher.
And we'll just throw that reminder out there. If Chick-fil-A wants to be a sponsor, each of these foul balls will be brought to you by the Chick-fil-A cow.
I'm with you there. What is the deal here?
Sophia asked for time just to gather her thoughts, and here we go.
There
Foul
we
to
go.
right
That
field.
ball's
That's
banged.
trouble. And that is a
Home run. Home run. Home run. Great hit. Home run.
Nice celebration at home plate there. Lots of excitement. And there's a 3-run homer. We willed it into existence, I think.
You said it. It happened.
You know what? That was great hitting, too, because it was 0-2. She fouled a couple of pitches off and then got the one she wanted. And right field, opposite field home run there.
Very nice. Very nice.
So the score is now 6-2 Batbusters with one out here in the top of the third inning. And Grace Vincent coming to the plate. Now, Grace will bunt for a hit once in a while. Swinging away here.
Well, she's up there. She's ready to hit. She's always ready to hit.
That was a good cut on the first pitch. So strike one on the foul ball, 0-1.
Yeah, that homer was walloped to right. That was great.
Ball low and inside. 1-1 count.
I came a little forward after Sophie hit that home run. She's known as the princess on the team. I kind of bowed in respect. There we go.
That ball fouled
Ooh,
off.
that was right there.
Just missed it.
Yeah,
really.
just missed it. That pitch was right there. She was just under it. Yeah, let's launch one here, Grace.
1-2 is the count.
Ooh,
That's a tough
Ooh.
pitch there. Nice spot. Right on the outside corner for strike three. So 2 outs. Sophia O coming up to the plate now.
now after the inning, I'm going to get RT. Get him here for interview.
First pitch is a swing and a miss for strike one. They've been moving quick between innings, so we'll see if we get maybe 1 or 2 questions in. I'll just kind of keep an eye on the time.
Okay.
There's a ball. I'll see if I can flag him down, actually. There's a ball. I don't have my glasses on. Is that him sitting there by the green umbrella?
Yeah, he's on the very end.
Okay. I'll go get him when the inning ends, but we might not be done yet.
Okay.
Here's a swing and a miss. 2-2 count.
Hey, go out and step back. You got it. Let's go.
Low inside. So full count here on Sophia O. Walked last time up, so. Ooh. Oh, a swing and a miss.
Okay, that's the inning.
So good inning there. We're going to
Yeah.
bring in our.
Yeah, I waved. He's coming.
4 or 5.
I've got 6-2 as the score.
So they must have got 5 that inning.
Yep.
You tell me the question. Andy has the mic.
Yeah, you can hold on to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuzzy part.
You tell me what number, I'll read it. 4. Any life lessons you think players learn from playing competitive softball?
Well, I think they learn a lot of lessons, like how to adversity, how to have a goal and work towards it, work hard. I think competitive sports do a lot for kids.
Good. We were with RT, Sophie's dad. Another number? 6.
Yeah.
What are some enjoyable things you look forward to when you come to the games?
Oh, I enjoy the camaraderie of the parents, watching the girls work hard and have fun out there, and sitting in the sun and enjoying a little softball.
Good. Okay, let's get one more in.
Yeah.
10.
Elaine isn't for Ryan, so Elaine is the new flex.
Did you have a favorite
That's the batting
athlete
lineup.
growing up? Who? Why were they your favorites?
I did. Nolan Ryan was always my favorite. I think as a child we have the same name is probably part of it, but I just loved his mental fortitude and his way he played the game and how he approached it.
Great. Okay. I think we're ready to start
Ready
the
to
inning.
go.
Thank you, RT, very much.
Thanks, Jeff. All right, I was getting some lineup changes, so you'll have to catch me up on what we learned there. Lane is into pitch here in the bottom of the third inning. We now have Brooklyn over on second base.
Elena's pitching.
Maria's moved over to center field. Grace has moved over to left field. So, a few changes. How was the interview?
It was really good. He said the kids learn a lot with the adversity going on. They learn about life. His favorite player.
Oh, great play by Haley on a pop-up foul, ranging all the way over.
It was fair. Did he say fair?
He did say that was a fair ball.
Oh, she caught it in fair territory, but she came way over behind
Yeah, it was
third to make
close.
that catch.
But that was,
Her good speed got her
yeah.
there.
Yeah, ump just said for those scoring at home, that was a fair ball. So
Yeah.
he's in on the broadcast.
Yeah, the ump helped us. He must have heard us say foul.
I think so. It was, she was running in that direction, but it's a great catch. 1-0 count here on Eberly, the hitter.
See, we got viewers internationally. Now we got the umpire listening to us, too. Here's another
Fly ball
one.
to the right side. Sophia Valletta giving chase at the dugout, makes the catch.
There we go. Great fielding catch by the Princess.
Hits a home run and then makes a nice play in the field. Can't ask for a better day than that.
That's what I call double excellence.
That's going to bring up Trevino at the plate, the cleanup hitter for the Bombers. And
There we
called
go.
Strike.
Momentum's changed here. That's the way we want to keep it.
So Elena, she brings a completely different feel on the mound from what they were seeing with Brooklyn. A lot of movement, a lot of changing of speeds. Gets a lot of pop-ups, and the defense is doing a great job making the plays there. There's a ball. 1-1 is the count. So Brooklyn did a great job. She leaves the game ahead 6-2. And now Elena in as the relief pitcher.
See, from experience, I know.
There's a line drive out to right field. That's going to drop for a single.
Some good fielding plays always boost the confidence of the pitcher. It always helps.
Yep.
Then the pitcher doesn't have to feel I got to strike everyone out. They know the fielders are behind them.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference. Now,
That's
when I
huge.
pitched, I always got a big confidence boost whenever I struck someone out on 3 straight pitches.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Only happened once in my life, though. Sophia V gets the ground ball, so that is the third out. Great inning there for the Batbusters.
Yep.
In what seems like another lifetime ago now, for over 30 years I was a sports writer
Oh,
back east.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
For what publication?
Are you familiar with New England?
I grew up in New York.
Oh, Brattleboro, Vermont,
Okay, yeah.
Reformer, and then 20 miles to the east, Keene, New Hampshire, Sentinel.
Oh, okay. I am actually familiar. I played ice hockey up in New Hampshire.
we can give them a shout out here if you want.
Is it the Keene Sentinel, was it?
Keene, Sentinel, and Brattleboro, Reformer.
All right.
It seems like another lifetime ago.
Well, that's awesome.
I had my first byline when I was 13.
Wow. That's impressive. What did you cover?
Oh, we covered everything from Little League to the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you covering the World Series in '86?
We didn't. I went to one of the playoff games, but we didn't actually cover it. I was
Okay.
just kind of there as to do a little side piece, like a column or something.
Yeah, that's amazing. Umpire giving us interesting facts about being a newspaper reporter back in the day.
Sentinel, though, we sent people to the Super Bowl.
Wow. Yeah, the Brattleboro Sentinel in Vermont and the Keene newspaper in New Hampshire.
That's
He
big
covered
time.
Little League all the way up to professional sports.
Oh, good for him. So he's into this. Sports is his life. Said he had his first byline at 13.
Impressive.
Had to be a great writer, great observer.
Sevy Hopkins at the plate here, the leadoff of the 4th inning. Called strike, 1-1 count. There's a foul ball. Two and two count. Close pitch there. Some moans from the other side.
I know. I'm going to call a doctor. Maybe he can find the cure for him over there with their moaning and groaning. That doesn't help anything.
There's ball 3, 3-2 now. There's a strikeout.
How are we doing on time?
It's a good question. I think we're maybe about 45 minutes in, so we're still pretty early.
Oh, okay.
Sophie Horowitz to the plate, popped out first time up. I have an answer to our trivia question. We'll get to that in between innings.
Okay.
Ball 1. It's what's the largest ninth inning comeback in Major League history?
I'll write that down so I can report it when he comes over. Largest in now.
Sophie punches it, fielded by the pitcher. Outside pitch there.
Okay. Largest comeback.
So Maria comes up to the plate, 1 for 2 on the day. Up and in for ball 1. There's a ground ball to first base, fielded by the first baseman.
Ooh,
Close play, but
yeah,
that'll be
still
an out.
close. We're looking up the largest
All right,
comeback.
we have the answer for you.
See, I want to know largest comeback in the bottom of the ninth, largest comeback when you're down to your last out, and the largest comeback when you're down to your last strike.
Okay, well I'll give
Those
you
things
the
might be harder to find.
I'll give you the bottom of the ninth one.
All right,
Back on April 25th, 1901,
I'm guessing 8 or 9.
it was 10 runs,
10.
down 13-4. The Tigers came back to beat the Brewers 14-13. 1901.
Then?
Milwaukee Brewers, way back then.
Wow.
It was the Tigers' inaugural matchup in the newly created American League at Bennett Park.
Another one I've always wanted to know is how many opposing left-handed batters have ever had 3 home run games at Fenway Park? I was there when Tim Raines did it. I wonder how many other people have
Opposing, yeah.
How about Ted? Oh. Huh. He thinks of things I don't even think about that are kind of
We'll have to
interesting.
keep some of these ideas.
Yeah. He's keeping me awake all night trying to guess. I was
Thank you.
going to say Ted Williams, but he'd know that right away. So it wasn't Ted Williams.
The Tigers in that big comeback had a mascot dog there named Paul. And the team went 21-1 with Paul at the game.
Paul. Bennett was one of the owners of the Tigers before Nevin took over in the teams. Tigers were a force for a while there with Ty Cobb coming in about 1905, 1906.
Oh, nice change up there. So first pitch was foul to the third base side, and then Elena throws that change up that it's just enticing, but it just hangs there.
It was beautiful.
Swung right through it. So 0-2 count.
It's like a butterfly floating in.
There's a pop-up straight up. Lost in the sun. I lost it in the sun. Everyone lost it in the sun. So that's going to drop foul.
I think, what happened there?
I have my sunglasses on. I looked up and everything just went blank for me as the sun pounded my pupil with light.
Yikes. Well, when my son asks me a question, I go blank too most of the time. Kind of the same thing, but not the same at all.
So pick things back up again. That pitch comes in high, so it's 1-2.
Yeah, let's get this out. Let's put some pressure on these guys.
Ground ball to third base. Magley fields it over to first. Nice stretch by Valletta for the out.
Here we go. Good play. We need those routine outs. That's what we need. Keep the momentum.
So 1 out here, bottom of the 4th inning. Longmire at the plate. This is the 7th, 8th, 9th in the order. And this is where the Bombers had a little bit of a rally last time through. Let's see if we can change the narrative here. Longmire hitting from the left side. There's a nice changeup for a called strike on the outside corner.
Very nice.
Longmire hit the first pitch last time, lined it to the outfield, so they've already changed the momentum a little bit.
Good strategy.
Here's a ball, 1-1.
Let's hope a grounder can find an infielder's glove and the throw to first gets them out. That's what we need. Let's just consider outs. Let's get outs as we move along in the game. There we go.
Swing and a miss.
Beautiful pitch.
That was a big swing. Thinking about the railroad tracks over the right field fence. But goes as a strike. 1-2 is the count.
There's another change.
Yeah, and a weak ground ball to first base, foul.
She just topped it.
So 1-2 remains the count. Elena's been working on a rise ball, so this might be a good time to see what that looks like.
I go low and away with a fastball. Change.
Oh, just missed.
Boy, fooled me. She's throwing a lot of changes here.
Right on that outside edge of the plate.
So now they're working the batter's mind. The batter goes, I don't know. Do I get ready for a changeup or for a fastball?
2-2 is the count.
And you're always getting ready for a fastball. There
Fouls
it
it
was.
off again.
Hey, get out there, loose!
We got our glider overhead again.
With that lead plane. Oh no.
She just
She popped it over there.
out. Yeah. Loops it over to right field for a single. That's a good piece of hitting there.
A good piece of hitting. It was an urgent swing. She's out in front, but still got it over first base's head. She's on first.
That brings Cates to the plate.
Still got one out.
Cates hit a single up the middle.
About a nifty turn at second for double play.
First pitch in for a called strike. 0-1 is the count. There's a ball hit out to left field. And that is a double, ground rule double. And so maybe Bombers doing a unconventional lineup, but their bottom of the lineup continues to hit the ball well.
And we got a new batter coming in too. You got to make sure they announce it too.
So substitution here with the new batter. Not sure. Don't have much background or history on this particular hitter. It's 6-2, so 2 runners on base, second and third base. Not terribly important runners. You don't want to give those up, but you want to get an out here.
Yeah, get the out. Now, should this new batter be announced?
They had given me the substitution in between innings.
Oh, okay.
So this is a known substitution, number 42.
Okay, we're good then.
First pitch just misses on the inside corner, so 1-0 is the count. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch on the outside corner. 1-1 is the count.
That was a curve on the outside corner. I like that.
Look at all those birds circling over
Yep.
just off to our right.
Maybe they're after the gliders. They've had enough too of the noise.
Ball 1. Might have a fishing boat coming in, and the birds are looking for some of that
Uh-huh.
extra bait, maybe thrown overboard.
Sure.
We get a lot of that here in Boulder, Colorado.
There is a lake around here. Big lake we had passed to get here.
Just missed on the inside corner again, so it's 3-1. Runners on second and third base. First base is open. We'll be moving to the top of the lineup after this batter. Fouls it off.
Yeah, she's way behind. We need a fastball right by her. Don't worry about the corners.
Full count here.
We need a heater right down the middle. She's going to be way behind.
Go to work.
Right, pitch came in. Catcher's signaling no.
Well, that's a discussion going on what pitch to throw.
We're going to see what happens here.
Little ground ball to third base. Everyone's going to be safe, but the runner on third decides to go home and gets tagged. That was
That's
a
okay.
little odd. It looked like everyone was going to be safe as
She was
Magley
out.
froze the runner on third, but by then it was a little too late to go to first.
She's out at home. That's what we needed.
That is what
We
happened.
needed the out. So that was a good play.
So runners are on first and third base with 2 outs. No run scores on that play. And we're at the top of the lineup. Anderson at the plate. Anderson singled first time up and then hit a line drive to third base last time up that was caught nicely by Sophie Magley. Ball 1, the runner
she's
goes,
throwing.
they throw, and caught
There we
stealing
go.
to end the inning.
There we go. Now that sure looked good.
They did not.
No score. That was a great inning. Girls got out of it. We're moving along.
That's a good way to get out of a little jam there. 18 minutes, all right. 18 minutes left here in the game. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 6-2 Batbusters over the Bombers.
I ran into Tim Raines a couple of years ago because his daughters play softball in Arizona. And I was telling him I was at that game.
Oh, yeah?
He was all excited.
That was one of my favorite players
And he
growing
goes,
up.
I almost hit a fourth one. It almost hooked one around the pesky pole, but it went foul.
Oh, wow.
So I'd be willing to bet that no left-handed batter has ever had a 4-homer game at Fenway.
I'll see if I can find that.
No, you talk to The Rock.
I bet there hasn't been many 3-homer games by opposing lefties.
Oh, no.
Yeah, even Red Sox lefties, I wouldn't think anyone other than maybe Ted Williams has ever done it.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
No player has hit 4 home runs in a single game at Fenway Park. There have been 18 4-homer games in Major League Baseball history, but never at Fenway. Haley leads off, just gets under it. The third baseman catches it. A little bit of a collision there with the pitcher, but everyone's okay.
I used to be able to name all of them, but not the later ones from like 1990s on. I used to know them as a kid, how many hit 4 homers in a game. I'll just name drop a couple. Lou Gehrig did 4. Gil Hodges hit 4. And I'm back to the game.
Max takes ball 1. I've got the list of every 4-homer game. There's strike 1. 1-1 count.
Think of the poor pitcher if he was in the whole game. Gave up 4 homers, same player. There we go. That's
How
in.
about the right field?
That's
That's going
a
to
hit.
drop for a single.
Very nice.
Good piece of hitting there.
If this team is from Kansas, Nebraska, maybe the high altitude's making them tired.
Brooklyn at the plate takes ball 1. You said Lou Gehrig.
I said Gehrig and Hodges. They're more.
Yep, I've got that here. Lou Gehrig.
Give them a couple more.
1932, Yankees 20, Athletics 13. Gil Hodges, 1950, Dodgers 19, Braves 3. We have a pinch runner for Mags. That's going to be Alex. Has not appeared in the game, so she's coming in for Sophie Magley to run. And she's off and running on the first pitch. And caught stealing. That was a perfect throw.
Yeah, it had to be to get Alex.
They were ready.
She's a high school sprinter. As quick as can be.
So 2 outs.
When you mention Roadrunner, you think Alex. She's just flying all over. She's quick. Great at track, great at softball.
Here's a ball. Line
Ooh.
drive right up the middle.
Whoa.
There's a single.
Ooh, that's just over the pitcher's head.
I'll tell you, in between innings, the most probably unlikely for a homer game.
Unlikely.
The most unlikely one in Major League Baseball history.
Okay. They have that listed somewhere?
I'm
Or
taking some liberty in terms of deciding it's the most unlikely, but I think others will agree with me.
the viewers know we have a wide range of opinions. They'll go with it. They're good.
Sophie Valletta at the plate here with 2 outs, runner on first base. In for a called strike. So it's top of the fifth inning, 6-2, Batbusters over the Bombers. About a little less than 15 minutes left in the game. This may not be the last inning. There's a ball. 1-1 is the count. Bombers are the home team, so they'll for sure get up. Ball outside, 2-1. I wonder if that's the same glider we keep seeing, or if they have multiple gliders.
Yes,
Today.
we don't know. They sure had a bunch. I saw a couple this morning, different ones.
That was a ball on the inside corner, so 3-1 for Sophie Valletta.
Maybe they're being more careful because she hit the 3-run homer last time at bat.
That is true. Fouls it off. Good job spoiling that pitch a little bit.
Think she's thinking, like, how about another homer? Did it once. Can I duplicate it?
Yeah.
What's
I
her
don't know.
thinking here?
I think if you're locked in, you're just thinking, see the ball, hit it hard.
Yeah.
Runner was going on the 3-2, 2-out count, but that's a strike 3. No 4 home run games in Fenway Park history, ever. There have been 18 4 home run games in Major League Baseball history.
One more than unassisted triple plays, which I think it was 17 of those,
Wow,
I believe.
that's impressive knowledge. Unassisted triple play. That's good.
I believe it's 17.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find that. We got some defensive changes coming in here for
Sophie's pitching.
for the Batbusters. Sophie Horvitz will come in to try to close the game out on the mound. Let's see what else we have going on here.
Yeah, we're about 10 minutes away from finish time.
Looks like Grace is back at second base.
Good.
And we'll take a look when the outfielders finish their warm-ups to see what the alignment is. Looks like Sophia O, Maria, and Rylan, perhaps, based on how the warm-ups are going.
That's usually whoever's in the field at the time that's going to go
Yep.
and play in the game.
That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, but it'll be Maria in left, Rylan in center, Sophie O over to right.
Oh well. See what goes on here. Time to finish them off.
Okay, so still leadoff hitter Anderson at the plate. She was at the plate when the runner was caught stealing to end the bottom of the 4th inning. So
Yeah, she gets back up.
first pitch is low, so ball 1, 1-0. Sophie pitched 2 full games yesterday. This is her first action today on the mound. Swing and a miss.
There we go. She can start a
1
game.
and 1.
She can close the game. She can finish the game. She has all-around ability at pitching. Varsity pitcher from Erie High School. When you start a team,
Friend of mine coming by to say hi. Jason, what was that last pitch? It's a foul ball.
where is he?
What's up?
How's it going, Jason? Jason, we're live on the air right now, so just letting you know.
Okay.
It's bottom of the 5th inning.
Okay.
We're up 6-2. Sophie just came in to pitch to try to close it out.
Okay.
And there's a strikeout on the rise ball. Swing and a miss. 1 out. This may or may not be the last inning. It's a time game, so if time runs out during this inning, that'll be it. Otherwise, we'll play a whole nother inning.
Now I'm an only guess. That rise ball she has,
Yeah.
I see her something in the glove, like some yeast, a little pack of yeast. Put it on the ball, it rises. I shouldn't mention that on the air.
That's how that works in cartoons, I think.
Okay, maybe I'm off.
First pitch for ball 1. Oh, she
Yeah.
went, and so there's a swing and a miss on the rise ball. 1-1 count.
And this is your friend Jason here?
This is Jason sitting next to us
Hi,
here.
I'm
catching the
Jeff.
game.
Hello?
Hello.
I don't want to interrupt your cast.
You're on the air.
Yeah.
There's a nice pitch.
Ooh.
Called strike on the outside corner. 1-2 count. Jason is a Princeton alum. Got the Princeton hat on. Ground ball up the middle. Gets through everyone. Just kind of snuck through everyone's glove.
Wow. They call that a grounder that has eyes on it.
Yeah.
Made it to center.
So 1 out, runner on first base. This is the number 3 hitter in the lineup, Eberly.
See, now here's where Sophie gets tough. Better hitter, she bears down more.
Swing and a miss.
Great pitch.
Strike 1, 0-1 count.
Gorgeous day out.
Yeah. Just a little low ball. It was in the 30s when we got here this morning. Now, I think it's in the 70s probably. Low 70s.
It's nice now.
Not a cloud in the sky. There's a fly ball to center field.
No.
That's going to drop for a single.
It blooped in.
So runners on first and second with 1 out. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Trevino. Fly out to second base and a single to right field last time up. And we got a foul ball on the field from another field. Ball 1. Trying to get that rise ball chase.
Let's turn 2 and get this over with.
There's a called strike
There we
right
go.
on the outside corner. Curveball, I think.
Very nice pitch. Great location.
We have 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 count. 6-2 Batbusters over the Bombers. There's the ball, 2-1. Ball low, 3-1. Sometimes coming in out of the bullpen. Need a few batters to get fully warm. See if you can battle back here. There's a foul ball. Check swing. So full count. go with this pitch on the full count. Fly ball deep to right field. Fair ball.
Fair.
That's going to be fielded. And so that's a double.
Wow.
So 1 run scores. It's now 6-3. We might have to send Jason home again.
Yeah.
He showed up and suddenly
Yeah.
we'll see what happens here. Runner on second and third base with 1 out. Olsen at the plate. Strike 1. There's a nice changeup for a called strike.
That was a great pitch. That
Confused
fooled
the
me.
batter, yeah.
That was very nice.
0-2 count.
We need outs. Let's get outs.
Way ahead here. Let's see where she goes. And a strikeout.
There we go. Big strikeout. We needed it.
So
2 outs.
2
One
outs.
more. One more.
Kai Snyder at the plate. First
There we go.
pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Great pitch. Let's get this final out.
Rise ball there. Almost swung at that, but held off. 1-1 count.
You can feel the tension in the crowd. They need this batter. Strikeout, ground out, make an out.
Swing and a miss. Strike
Go.
2.
Fast and
1
in.
and 2.
One more right there. She won't get it.
Now this inning has used up a good amount of time, so haven't heard the alarm go off yet, but don't know if this is the last out or not of the game.
We're real close. I think this is her last ups.
In the dirt, good block.
Yeah, Seth made sure that ball didn't go anywhere.
Try to get a chase there on a 1-2 count on the changeup. So 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base.
Wow.
Oh,
No, we need fast and in.
there's the rise ball. Didn't offer at it, so full count now.
Fast and in. That's the pitch.
Runner's not going to be running on this pitch because there's no force. Held off. And so the inning continues. Umpire checking on the time. Time has expired, so this is the last at bat of the game,
He said we'll finish
Longmire.
the inning.
and they're the home team. Longmire is 2 for 2, has had a great day. Ball 1.
Beeper went off.
So this has been their best hitter of the day. Had a couple of really good at bats. Bases loaded, 6-3, bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs, 1-0 count. And there's a strike, called strike. So this is what it's all about here.
Yeah.
Tension. This is Jason's introduction to competitive softball. And there's a ball up high, 2-1. Need a big play here in the field. Swing and a miss.
Beautiful.
Strike 2.
Let's do it again.
2-2 count.
Let's do it again.
That was the screwball.
This is it.
And strikes her out to wins the game.
Beautiful. Beautiful relief pitching. Great game.
All right, so Brooklyn actually gets the win. All three pitchers get in. Brooklyn pitched 2 innings, Elena 2 innings, Sophie 1 inning. Brooklyn with the win. Sophie gets the save. And that ends the game 6-3. Batbusters, who are now 2
Boy,
wins, 2 losses, and a
excitement.
tie on the weekend.
That was good.
And we'll wrap up.
Were you able to find that unassisted triple play?
I haven't found that one yet. Let me take your mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. Got to see some excitement today.
I know, that was great.
Woo.